Good morning. Today we have J-Mac and my wife. Kyle's here. I see Cyber. What's up, Cyber? If you guys can't tell, it shouldn't be unlisted. It says public. I see public on my end. If you guys can't tell, we finally got the nuts approved. So we're working on the nuts this morning. Visibility, public. I'm still public. Yeah, D's nuts. Finally, it's about time. It's about time. Is this a Q&A now? I mean, I guess, right? That's kind of what Millijoule is. I try to do Q&A stuff. Do you have Q's that you need A's for? Ugh, I'm light sensitive. I knew sunglasses this morning. Do I have any? Oh my god, I do. Ugh. Oh, it's so much better. It's how I live my life. It's listing on the channel now. Good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Cyber wants to know, I want to do a graphic on a specific parameter. Will that graphic come out as that parameter? I mean, it should. Unless your face is between the laser and the material. Should be fine. Do it all day. So, I've always been kind of an entrepreneur. I think we got to do a deep dive today. I think we're gonna do this. I've always kind of been, Cyber says, I'm still trying to get my head over how to do imported logos and graphics. Bro, did you watch Artwork for Laser Engravers? Go watch that episode again on like half speed. I promise everything you need to know is in there. Yeah, only one pair, honey. My wife makes fun of me because sometimes I layer these magnetic sunglasses. Like, I layer them. It actually helps with the portrait. I saw the silver one with the portrait. No, bro, you want Artwork for Laser Engravers. I'm sure J-Mac is going to drop it any second for you. That's the one you want. Let me switch these. There it is. Thank you, Kyle. Beat J-Mac at his own game. J-Mac better watch out, dude. Too slow, bro. Inkscape. Yeah, far superior. That's why you're having such an easy time processing logos. Brent, I got a failed delivery notice or something like that. Let me check. I'll tell you exactly what I got. Delivery status. Notification. Failure. Address not found. That's so weird. It says contact at laser. Oh, it's .net, bro. Not .com. .net. Brent. Dude, we tried to use Inkscape on the stream. It's garbage. Inkscape sucks. That's why you're having such a hard time and you can't figure it out. J-Max says, no, not on my screen. That's so funny. I don't think it's the computer. I think it's the software. The software doesn't make any sense. I'm looking for a really old Monroe laser throwback right now. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it, but I'm looking because I'd love to show you guys. But my nut's done. Every single one of these nuts is coming out different. Thanks, Brent. I got it. Just came in. Really wanted to show you guys this special thing, and I'm like not able to find it right now. Oh well, I guess for another day. I'm not gonna waste too much time looking for it, but it's cool stuff. What speed do you guys usually engrave it? Like just in general, like stuff? I find when I set it at 1000, it skips the bottom part of the square. That's because your min-max jump delay isn't set to 500. So go into your advanced hatch settings, set your min-max jump delay to 500. I usually run anywhere between 500 and 1000 for most standard metals. Mine came from the factory set at 3000. 3000 what? Good morning, Mitchell. What's going on, man? Good to see you. These nuts. Oh my god. Yeah, check out your min-max jump delay, dude. It'll probably help you. Literally for like every single setting. I almost never change it. I don't know if I've ever actually changed it. Every setting ever. Really. 500 min-max jump delay. Zebedee Maloney, question on rotaries. I don't have that chart like you have, and I also don't have dip switches. Do I need to reach out to the seller for that info on pulses per round? No. If you don't have that stuff, you should. The controller's inside your machine. Have you looked inside your machine and found the controller board where that socket on the outside of the machine where you plug it in and you screw that in and plug your rotary into the thing? The wires that are coming out of that on the inside of the machine go to the rotary controller. The chart will be on that board. So you have to look inside the machine if you haven't already done that. So I would check that out if you haven't. Yeah, open it up. You gotta check inside the machine, trace the wire on the other end from the socket, from the other end to the controller, and the chart will be printed on the controller and the dip switches will be on the controller. So you wanna do that. JP Infinity says, been hearing people talk about you in Facebook groups. You're taking off. Keep killing it. Dude, I am trying. I hope that the talk is positive. I hope they're saying nice things. Hesse James Plays says, greets from Germany. You make such amazing stuff. Awesome videos. Thanks. Appreciate that, man. Thank you very much for watching. Guten Tag. V Gates. Yeah? Super Toll. I know a little German. Just a little. Not a lot. Arguably more than most people, though. Yeah, Guten Tag. Ich liebe dich. I know a little bit. Yeah, that's right. Hesse knows. Guys, I'm so close to finding this. I have to keep stopping and changing these nuts, but I'm looking. Luckily, I only needed to change it once. Yeah, definitely keep an eye on that, because every time that you make a new setting, if your default is not set to 500, every time you create a new parameter, it's going to default to whatever the default min-max jump delay is. So you want to make sure that you are checking that every time. Jim asks, are infrared lasers illegal? No, that is an infrared laser. So are CO2 lasers are technically infrared lasers. So they are not illegal, but they are class 4 lasers, which means that they definitely pose a serious safety risk. You want to be careful how you're using those, so just be careful when operating your laser, obviously. Guys, I swear to God, I had this very special folder. Again, I can't really go into it without having the folder in front of me. I haven't opened it in a long time, and it would be so great to show you. I'm looking for it, but it might have to wait for another time. I can't let it go. I wanted to let it go so I could just focus on Millijoule, but I want to show you guys so bad. And I don't know where else it would be. Laser pointers have a wattage limit, but that's just because of their class. I see Nabil. What's up, Nabil? Yeah, if you have saved params, you have to change it for each one. Yeah, pulse width isn't going to make a ton of difference on the low end. I don't understand it as well as Geo, but basically as you move through different like frequency and pulse width like kind of play off each other, and one can bottleneck the other. So you changing the pulse width if the frequency isn't changing isn't always going to change your setting, and vice versa. No, yeah, it pulse width opens up more options for you to get more colors, but it doesn't directly, they're not directly related. Frequency within the scope of pulse width makes the biggest difference. So like, you know, 80 frequency at a pulse width of 180 might give you a slightly different blue than the, you know, blue that you'll get from a frequency of 80 at a pulse width of 200. What you need is a fixed power and a fixed speed and a fixed pulse width, and then you change the frequency, and then you do the same exact thing again at a different pulse width. You know what I mean? And then you change the frequency once, and then you go through all the pulse widths again. And like that's how you should move through them. It should only be changing one at a time, one thing at a time. If you want one pass marks, I definitely recommend like defocusing a little bit can really help. But I don't have a MOPA, so I'm only going to be so useful, unfortunately, because I just don't have one of those lasers, so I can't get my hands on it. This is bull, man. I'm about to give up. I'm really depressed. If I'm lucky, it might be... Oh, cards? Cards? No. These are birthday cards. Just let Google Drive search for a few minutes. Trying to bring out some different colors. Yep, I know it, dude. The struggle is real. Garbage, garbage. There's an email from Brent. Thank you, Brent. JDS is advertising vinyl to me, even though I'm a laser shop. Steve Pepin's here. What's up, Steve? Good to see you, man. If you were to buy a 50-watt JPT laser right now, where would you get it from? Mactron. Easy. Always my Mactrons. Link in the description. I love my Mactron, man. Every single one of these chrome bolts is engraving differently than the last. Oh no, EasyCAD. Come on, don't do this to me right now. EasyCAD's crashing. You know how it goes. See you in a bill. Hot Soup's here. I'm sure you've answered this countless times, but what do you plan for fiber upgrades? 50 watt or save up for an 80 watt? Well, there's two machines I'd really like. I'd really like an LPE. That's the JPT source that I have now. I'd really like an LPE that's a 50 watt with EasyCAD 3. Just to have EasyCAD 3. I would really like that. I also like the 60 watt M7s. The 80 watts are ridiculous. They're just too expensive. But I like the 60 watt M7s. And they're coming out with the M8s soon, which should have some interesting stuff. But the 60 watt M7s have a really high pulse energy output. So that seems like a solid machine for an upgrade. So I might be checking that out in the distant future. I don't know. We're not even close to being able to. I don't even have a UV yet. We need to get a UV in here before we start upgrading the fiber. But yeah. Brent says, I have 30,000 jobs completed on my laser. When, on average, should I expect it to die? I think they're rated for like 10,000 hours ish. But I mean, lasers have gone for years. There's so much time on this laser. I don't even know how much time I've put onto this laser. It's a really long time. And mine's not dead yet, so I wouldn't expect it to die anytime soon unless you're doing something to it. If you're keeping it clean, there's no real reason that it should be dying. Nick Sloan's here. Hey, yo. JMax says, still on Windows 11, Alex? Liking it? Still, if so, yeah, it's fine. The only thing that really irritates me about Windows 11 is that in my scanner software, for my Epson Perfection scanner, you can't see the preview and scan buttons because of the way that it was written in Visual Studio. It's like not compatible, or something's weird's going on with Windows 11 where I just can't see the buttons, but I know where they are, so I can still click them. It's literally the only problem I've had so far. Windows 11 is just Windows 10 with a fresh coat of paint. Why are you engraving nuts? Because someone is paying me to. Bob Emmerich says, finally got off another call and can watch you burn your nuts. Well, then we should probably get these nuts burning. Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot. EasyCAD was in the middle of a temper tantrum. We should probably deal with that. There we go. Sometimes it just takes a second. You just walk away from it for a minute. Have you done a segment on cleaning up Illustrator graphics from other sources? Might be a really helpful topic. As usual, I would recommend the Artwork for Laser Engravers episode, which is linked up above, but I'm sure one of these guys will throw it in the live chat again. That one covers pretty much everything you'd need to know, because, I mean, unless you are doing something weird, like you're trying to import some kind of 3D graphic or something, that episode is going to take you from a raster file to a finished product, or from like some kind of random vector file to a finished product. So I'd really check that out. Usually when I get other kinds of vector files that aren't AI files, I will rasterize them and retrace them in Illustrator anyway, because I just get better results. Oh, man. What a day. I'm not even done. I'm not even remotely done. We've hardly even gotten started. And I'm like just exhausted already. I was up super late last night. Tyler was helping me work on a bot for the Discord server that will allow people to, like if somebody posts a link on Discord now, it'll drop an affiliate link for whatever that product was, which will be a great way to support the channel. So, but that took all night. Kyle's fast. Kyle's fast on the trigger. Some of these nuts are requiring 2 passes. Well, should we go get started with the Patreon live stream then? Is it Patreon live stream time? Yeah, dude, that video should help you a little bit, reducing like duplicate paths and stuff. J-Max saying yep, so I guess we're gonna hop over to the Patreon live stream. It's a chill morning. We hung out a little bit, we got to chat, we answered a couple questions. I spent a lot of time looking for something that I'm gonna have to show you on tomorrow's Millijoule, because I can't find it right now. And it's stressing me out. But we will keep looking. If you're not already on the Patreon, JMac just dropped a link in the live chat. It's patreon.com/lasereverything. And after Millijoule every day, we jump right into our Patreon live stream. Today's live stream will go until about 2 o'clock when I have to leave to pick my son up from school. So if you would like to join us for that, please do so. You also get back access, retroactive access to all of our past Patreon live streams, and there are many. We did 7.5 hours yesterday, so a lot of good stuff in there. So if you're interested in any of that kind of stuff, go sign up for the Patreon. It's patreon.com/lasereverything. We have like well over 100 hours at this point of Patreon bonus live stream content and a whole lot more. But we're going to go ahead and jump over to the Patreon live stream. We'll finish up these nuts, and then we'll do some other stuff. I've got a lot of jobs to do, so we'll try to get some of that done, because I'm almost caught up. I'm almost caught up with jobs here at the shop, and I'd really like to completely catch up so we can focus on the channel some more. My wife says not every day. No, like usually 2 or 3 days a week we do Patreon live streams for 4 to 8 hours. Anyway, guys, enjoy your nuts, and I will see you in the Patreon live stream. Thanks so much for hanging out with me on Millijoule, and I'll see some of you really, really soon.